Oops. Oopsies. Hello, this is Stumpy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video and a video series inside of Stumpy's lovely world. Um, so yeah, we're on episode 55. I hope y'all downloaded the world. I don't think a single person did because that video has like 7 views. Ever since fucking, I'm not gonna get anything on like Stampy stuff, even though what I'm doing has never been done before. So that's whatever. We're working on the cave. Oh, thank you, ping cord. Uh, under Longbow's little cavern thing. So I'm currently watching a video, but I'm also watching Stampy. So I don't like. I mean, y'all are just gonna have to deal with Stampy and the video. Like, yeah. So let's see what's changed because I guess the last video was the fucking like come on. Um let's see 51. Oh, the sign, obviously all that over there I showed, and then there's an XP farm. That's about it. See ya. Oh, sorry. All right. La 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 la. Let me pause this. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm 40 minutes in, but it's a good video. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably like rewind a bit because that was probably weird for y'all. So if y'all don't know who Plagued Moth is some like he was a gore tuber. But he's actually kind of weird.
In Plagued Moth's Gore Discord, where children were openly allowed to join due to it being a 13 plus server and not
That's bad.
18 plus. Not only were children allowed to join Plagued Moth's Discord, they were also given moderator positions. This
There's a
exposed
chest.
kids to any number of dangerous activities, such as open threats from random users. When others would complain about the fact Plagued Moth was delivering gore content to children, and in fact seemed to be encouraging children to consume said content, he would answer back in an unapologetic way, saying things such as, gore is for the kids. Plagued
Kill
Moth would
this
also
guy.
engage in random child-related content every now and again in order
Really?
to draw in younger viewers, such as a slime-making video
This
in which
is
Dylan and his wife would attempt to exploit the fad of homemade slime toys in order to familiarize new young viewers with Plagued Moth and drive them to his channel.
Plague Moth plays with guts.
this becomes the piggy bank, so I'm not even gonna. I mean, I guess we can try. We can see if like any of this still stands, but if not, then I'm gonna just get the colon, get back because well, you know. Alright, yeah, I love that Stampy releases download so I can do shit like this. Oh shit. Yeah, and Stampy fucking he would just like not get any of the coal because he's obviously exploring these in creative mode. So like obviously it doesn't matter to him. But as this is legit survival, I gotta get it. Okay. Where the fuck? Sorry guys. I'm like okay. There's just a lot of stuff like here and there. Which this is probably the Enderman's doing, but I mean we have this so we might as well get it accurate. It's kinda how I like go with this. Like, okay, so why do you destroy this fucking like 2x2 as if there was like diamonds here or some bullshit? And then I get the coal. So I give it up or give it away. Yay. So I give it up and give it away. And then this. Oh. Yeah, that goes to the piggy bank, so we're not even gonna fucking touch that. Um, oh, dick. What the fuck? There's a here, okay. So I'm lagging, which means I destroyed this in the right spot. Okay, yeah, 2. Okay, I know where, okay. Looks like that's destroyed, so that's that. And then we're just gonna make this wall now. Does it go all the way? Yeah. We have the stone. I'm not too worried about it. So, yeah, I'm trying to get it as accurate as possible. And then this whole cave turns into the piggy bank, so I'm not really, like, too worried about lighting this up or anything. I'm gonna just get the coal. Fuck. Let me close this.
Should I should I title it that? Plague Moth plays with guts exposed.
Shut your
my
dumbass
God.
Plague
up.
moth grooming slime.
Grooming.
It's worth noting that in this unage-restricted video,
Nobody's here.
in which Andrea and Dylan are both playing with children's toys, they repeatedly make genitalia, as well as explicitly adult comments.
Oh no, I choked him out a bit.
You
There you go.
make him a ring neck. Yeah.
They're laughing at a penis.
Ah.
I moved the table again.
Just because it's dripping in pink doesn't mean you need to bury your face in it. Calm down.
Shh.
Yeah.
This is where y'all came in
All
on.
of these attempts at enticing a child audience
Oh, yeah,
would
not my-
indeed pay
damn
off
it.
for Dylan. During a live stream, Dylan was actually tricked into showing his channel statistics live to his entire audience. This revealed that accounts belonging to users marked as under 18 accounted for over 10,000 of his views per month.
Damn.
This is a sizable chunk of his views, given the fact that these accounts are just ones that are marked as being under 18
I don't
and
think
do
I have
not
any
include
beds.
children who lie about their age. More disturbing than all of this, however, is Plagued Moth's exposure of his own children to gore content. During a product pitch for a failed makeshift plushie that Plagued Moth was trying to sell to his audience, he noted that his children were in the room while he was filming.
Mini Moth. There's 1 week left to get Mini Moth, okay? And I'll be honest, the campaign's not going so well. Maybe not everybody wants a plush of me, and I get that. I mean, not everybody wants, like, toy products, especially in my niche. I want them, though, and I want my kids to have them, because now I've seen them, because I fucked up and shown them. So I gotta promote it. I gotta promote it.
All throughout this video, Plagued Moth can be seen glancing over to his children within sight and earshot as Plagued Moth describes the carnage.
They always end up looking like discarded banana peels left out in the sun, though. Except for Nikki.
It would not end there, however, as Plagued Moth would accidentally reveal that he allows his children to use his Plagued Moth YouTube account. This means that while they're looking up videos suitable for children, they are also on an 18+ account, which is being recommended Plagued Moth's interests, namely gore videos, cartel executions, and child abuse content. Despite the fact that Dylan and Andrea would very, very often use their children as a weapon in arguments, saying that anyone who spoke ill of them was attacking their family and taking food out of their children's mouths, it would become readily apparent that Plagued Moth did not actually take his children's safety very seriously. After making a tearful video in which he announced that one of his children had diabetes,
just an update on my daughter's situation. She's being pulled out of ICU today, but is unfortunately still going to be hospitalized for a while.
Plagued Moth would then go on to fundraise, stating that he had no insurance for any of his children, despite making $10,000 a month.
We did make a GoFundMe, and it's pinned down below if anybody would like the help, because the cost of everything, including transportation, is going to be immense.
Dylan would then go on to publicly make fun of his child's medical condition on multiple occasions.
What the fuck?
Using your hard-earned money on slime instead of paying for his daughter's insulin.
Oh man.
I like to take my child's insulin and inject it into my dick veins. That way I gain all of the pancreatic power.
Further adding to Moth's lack of concern over the safety of his children, it would also be discovered that Plague Moth accidentally leaked his child's name, essentially doxing them.
That
When he was
fucking
informed
retard.
about this mistake, instead of trying to remedy the issue, he decided to use it against the person trying to warn him, and further exposed his own daughter's name to the public en masse. This same daughter would also be spoken of by Plague Moth as being incredibly attractive.
And my girls are pretty. My eldest is fucking stunning. She's got the darker skin from her Spanish heritage. It's like Andrea with beautiful Latina features. Like, think about that shit for a minute.
After which, Plague Moth would
Oh,
make
this
a
is
face
this
that
is
can
hell.
honestly only be described as concerning.
Pedophilic. Fuck! I'm running out of
Unfortunately, the
slimes.
danger that Plagued Moth posed toward children would not end there. Another one of Dylan's Discord moderators was a 13-year-old girl, again for a gore-themed Discord full of interpersonal threats and adult conversations. Not only would
Why is
this
nobody here?
13-year-old moderator be bullied on several occasions by Plagued Moth and Andrea, but Plagued Moth would also make several inappropriate jokes toward her, including comments about necrophilia and anal stimulation. When this topic came to light, Dylan would attempt to explain the situation by saying that he discusses necrophilia with just children in general at random.
Dude, I talk to 5-year-olds like that. I educate everybody about necrophilia.
Once again, attempting to
Ew.
hide behind his explanation that everything he does is for educational purposes. Dylan's concerning behavior regarding underage persons would not end there, as one of his old usernames was attached to a Pinterest account, which contained a photo of a topless little girl. This Pinterest account belonged to one of Dylan's prior usernames, Dylan955, and had the display name of Satan. As soon as this Pinterest account was brought to light, it was immediately closed to the public, proving that this was indeed his account, because an unrelated user would not know to private their account the minute the information came out. Perhaps one of the most disturbing things about the case of Plagued Moth is his admission to watching a video that I will simply refer to as DD. This notorious video is said to be one of the worst child abuse videos ever made. The video depicts the rape and torture of a very small child. A file so egregiously awful that it is apparently tracked by its digital fingerprint, with authorities paying specific attention to people who try to find it. Not only did Plagued Moth allow users on his Discord to repeatedly ask each other where they might find DD, but Dylan himself would actually admit on that Discord that he had watched this torturous child porn video. Dylan Matthew Morgan would first claim that he saw this video on 4chan, but would later go on to say that he had never seen the video, then changing his story to say that he only saw a brief clip of the video, then changing his story to say that he saw a blurred version of the video, then changing his story to say that he saw a documentary about the video, before changing back to saying that he saw it on 4chan, creating a web of lies so impossible to untangle that it would be fair to assume that his first statement is probably the correct one. While Plagued Moth would claim to never have downloaded the video, just to have watched it on 4chan, legally speaking, if you watch any content, you are downloading it. The data is downloaded via the internet to your device and then played for you. This means that Plagued Moth openly admitted to downloading one of the absolute worst child porn videos known to humanity. And though he said that this was done by accident, That excuse
How
would
the
become
fuck
one
do
that
you
he would
do
use
it?
again and again to
Fucking
explain
hell.
away many other such cases. It's worth noting that Plagued Moth made what he calls a mini documentary about the DD video, and while there is no evidence that he watched DD in order to prepare for this documentary, the fact remains that when it was released, he marked the torture and child rape video as kink material. In fact, Dylan would be so obsessed with the DD video that he would feature its creator, a pedophile by the name of Peter Scully, in his intro to his videos.
Say, that hurts a little bit.
You don't like to be hurt, do you?
Oh, I don't know. Kind of fun sometimes.
God doesn't like me enough to let me die, so I'll try my blood pressure sky fucking high.
Rat King. Hold on, y'all. We gotta figure out this redstone. I should have known. I should have known.
Hello, this is STAMPY.
Hello, dumbass. If you hate me, why you talking? You don't make no friggin' sense. Got a sad life, got sad life. Go to friggin' hell.
Be there, and it needs to also be.
He's in
Is
creative
what I showed
mode.
so that the signal goes.
Fucking cocksucker. What is this? Oh. That's way later. Fuck.
Left
It's like over
one,
here.
4 leaves. Lock the exact same redstone that I did in the last video. So if you remember the video where I was doing the arrow game, some of if we did one, I suppose it doesn't matter. That have been watching my videos for a long time may recognize where we are. This is actually Longbow's old house. And look, there's some beds down here as well, Lee, if we did one. I suppose it doesn't matter. We're underground anyway. It doesn't matter if it's day or night. Yeah, a long time ago, Longbow got stranded on an island, an SOS island. And he went underneath here and he made a little home. Here we go. Here's the SOS island right here. And there's the bank over there. There's the SS Stumpy. And yeah, we ended up just tunneling straight towards here, which I thought was pretty cool. It all ended up linking up. But sadly, we are going to have to destroy a bunch of this area to make room for what we're building to my fishing rod time. So I'm going to build this. There's a little
All
bit of a
of the
tendency when I
time,
start playing
baby,
with
you're
TNT
on
to go
my
a little bit of
mind.
any doggy disasters in this episode. Come on, Benton, this is for your own benefit. Look, I'll break this
What the
door for
fuck
you.
is this
go through this way.
room?
That's it. I do. So all I need to do is how it's supposed to be. Put up now, Lee. Now, up then, shall we? Let's go entire area. So
We blew it
press
up.
down the and into the ocean. We blew into the ocean. We made a massive watery mess. Look at that, guys. And so we want here.
Oh, I'm so good.
Going to be placing the few final bits.
So do I just have to guess at the redstone? I mean, it's not like it matters too much since it gets destroyed. But it would be cool to get it working.
My anxiety is my masterpiece, broken down and chilled to the bone.
Damn, this is good.
Worthless all alone. Gonna pop tramadol and stay awake. Won't give up until I hallucinate.
88, 132.
It's not surprising that Plagued Moth would find his way to child porn content. After all, he expressed openly that in his past he had viewed child pornography on LimeWire by accident, so viewing DD on 4chan by accident is not out of the realm of possibilities when considering the type of content he looks up, namely extreme gore videos which are similarly difficult to find on the internet. In fact, Plagued Moth would state that when he scrolls through content on sites such as TikTok or Instagram, he will stop to watch a video if it seems to be controversial and features a child in the thumbnail.
I saw some young girl, and honestly what caught my attention was that this text that she had on screen, I was just trying to interpret this joke. Then I noticed this. My eyes went to the numbers, and I was like, how? How is this doing this? Like, what is so special about this post?
Through this self-stated interest in mysteriously popular videos featuring children, Plagued Moth would also come across many child porn videos on TikTok.
Gore is one thing. I'm desensitized to that, and I did that intentionally through like an edgy phase in my teens. It ended up paying off because shock sites don't shock me anymore. It's kind of like oh, okay. But it's different when it's something like that, especially as a parent, even when I wasn't a parent. But having to see that much of children, it was bad. I stopped reporting it. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take looking at it anymore, and it was just fucking disgusting.
While jovially recounting his experiences with watching child pornography on an old live stream, Plagued Moth would not only admit to watching a ton of illegal content, but he would also slip up a few times, saying things such as he got to view the content, before correcting himself and saying that he had to view the content.
The Sophie Ryan thing, that's probably the worst, because there's actual, like, I had to see some fucked shit for that one.
That was the only time that I've ever had an incident where, like, shit like that popped up, or I've been able to, or had to see that.
Many have pointed out that he in fact did not have to view child pornography, but nonetheless he claims that he watched these videos in order to report them to the platform. Dylan's description of what happened in these videos shows that he did not simply click onto these videos, stop them, and then hit report, but rather he let them play and watched what was going on in these child porn videos.
Like, what the fuck is happening? There was a girl going on live on TikTok, which you have to have 1,000 subscribers to do. And she was 13. She gave out her first and middle name, where she lived. There was she had like 500 fucking middle-aged men in her comments saying the most disgusting things, and she was just queefing.
Ew.
Yep. That was a thing.
For those who are not keeping track at this point, we have covered 5 scenarios that Plagued Moth has admitted to in which he has watched child porn completely by accident. And with regards to child pornography on TikTok, he was watching multiple videos per scenario. At a certain point in Plagued Moth's career, it became clear that part of his audience was actively seeking out information and clips from child porn videos, while another segment of his audience were children. No one should actually have to state this, but in the interest of due diligence, that combination is a bad idea. Knowing all of this, it becomes very, very difficult to excuse Plagued Moth's behavior and accept his explanations as to how and why he engaged in illegal activities, especially when he has displayed multiple other red flags, such as casually noting that he and his children enjoy listening to a song by an artist named PP Cocaine titled Daddy Dom Little Girl.
I'm actually going to go into my DMs here, and I'm going to tell you some of the songs that I have asked Corpse Thorn to cover with me. One was Ram Ranch. One was DDLG, or whatever, by PP Cocaine. Or DDL, yeah. I know he's uncomfy by that, but it could make for some good black metal.
Which is the name of a fetish for roleplay between two adults, in which one pretends to be a child.
No, I don't have enough.
In addition, Corpse husband, Mudahar, Wendigoon, and Mama Max, Plague Moth was also a fan of a YouTuber by the name of That Creepy Reading, as evidenced by the fact that his videos were posted in Plague Moth's Discord, at which point Plague Moth lauded That Creepy Reading for his research and well-presented arguments. It was clear that Plague Moth respected this content creator. Unfortunately for Dylan, this respect would not be mutual, as That Creepy Reading would discover Plague Moth's channel after being autoplayed into one of his videos. The video in question was One Girl, 99 Stomps, Counting with Moth, a video in which Plagued Moth reacted to barely blurred security footage of an underage girl being stomped repeatedly by a mugger. During this video, Moth would begin counting the stomps, at which point he said he didn't care if it offended people, and if his viewers didn't like it, quote, fuck you.
And I'm going to do something more messed up. I'm going to count how many stomps actually happened because I'm curious. You can judge me all you want. You kindly don't care at this point.
Curious about Plagued Moth's channel and exactly how far he was going with his content, That Creepy Reading would look further into exactly who Dylan was and what he was offering to the public. This would lead him to Plagued Moth's Patreon page, which of course offered the sale of uncensored core material. In order to further research this, That Creepy Reading would actually pay into Plagued Moth's Discord and gain access to the material to confirm that he was indeed selling these videos. During this process, That Creepy Reading was not asked for any ID, meaning that Plagued Moth's content, which was available to paying customers, was not age-gated, and there was no barrier preventing children from accessing the content as long as they paid him.
If you're in the Discord and you haven't gotten the uncensored list yet, you can ask a mod and they will have it. But you'll have to show that you're a tier 2 patron.
This would lead to That Creepy Reading reporting Plagued Moth's account to Patreon, at which point it was shut down for selling material that is prohibited on the platform. Perhaps obviously, Plagued Moth had no idea why he had been banned from Patreon, so he immediately decided to tell his audience that Kiwi Farms had mass flagged his Patreon falsely because of his LGBT identity.
But I brought up the mass reporting on my content from 2 sources that I know of, and one of them is Kiwi Farms because they don't like the fact that I'm gender fluid and they've been attacking my identity and my family ever since, trying to further dox me, harass me, get my Patreon taken down, citing, well, that I'm a troon.
The strange thing in this case is that Plagued Moth had previously expressed that he had no problems with Kiwi Farms.
I ain't hating on Kiwi Farms. They're doing whatever the fuck they're doing, and if they're capturing or, like, outing a pedo, that's on them. I know they don't like me over there, I don't really give a shit. I don't blame them. I'm a soy boy, remember?
Though now he was stating that they were after him at a time when other content creators were having very high-profile problems with the site. Plagued Moth would also go on to blame Ripper for taking his Patreon down, citing that Ripper was mad because Plagued Moth had exposed him as his 15-year-old moderator, Fergie, but as we have covered, that was not true.
And of course I have retaliation from Ripper, aka Fergie, right after outing him.
In order to set the record straight and bring some truth to these events, That Creepy Reading would publicly admit to being the one who reported Plagued Moth's Patreon and got it banned.
So I paid $5, checked to see if there was any age verification, and took screenshots before reporting what I found to Patreon. Within a 3-day window of my report going through, they chose to shut down his page.
This, of course, infuriated Dylan, who had just made yet another false public statement and was now proven to be lying yet again. During the ensuing altercation, Plagued Moth's fans would suggest that he get help from an outside source, someone known for taking up causes, finding the facts, and ultimately exposing wrongdoers. Plagued Moth's fans would in fact recommend that he contact someone with an infamous reputation of holding people to account.
Dun, dun, dun. Whoa. Oh shit, that's you. Oh my goodness. Damn. Mm.
Shadman is
Elvis the alien is a weirdo.
So this is kind of weird. I don't make videos like this often, but I feel like I have to. This is a video about the worst month of my life, and it's not even
Huh.
ultimately age. This, of course, infuriated Dylan.
But I think retaliation from Ripper,
I
aka
didn't realize
Fergie,
that
right after
I was
outing
watching
him.
Slime
In order to
Beast.
set the record straight and bring some truth to these events, that creepy reading would publicly admit to being the one who reported Plagued Moth's Patreon and got it banned.
So I paid $5, checked to see if there was any age verification, and took screenshots before reporting what I found to Patreon. Within a 3-day window of my report going through, they chose to shut down its page.
This, of course, infuriated Dylan, who had just made yet another false public statement and was now proven to be lying yet again. During the ensuing altercation, Plagued Moth's fans would suggest that he get help from an outside source,
Oh my
someone known
goodness.
for taking up causes, finding the facts, and ultimately exposing wrongdoers. Plagued Moth's fans would in fact recommend that he contact someone with an infamous reputation of holding people to account.
Oh my goodness, that's him! What the fuck?
Dylan's fans were so convinced that he was innocent of all accusations made against him that they suggested he contact Slime Beast in order to help clear his name. Of course, as previously shown, Plague Moth had seen that Creepy Readings video on the topic of Creeps McPasta, an outed child groomer, so he had seen that that Creepy Reading had actually been in contact with Slime Beast for that video. In Dylan's mind, this meant that that Creepy Reading and Slime Beast must be friends, while in actuality, Slime Beast had simply shared information with that Creepy Reading who wanted to make a video on the subject. Operating under the assumption that that Creepy Reading and Slime Beast were close, Plague Moth immediately saw Slime Beast as a threat and decided to strike first by posting random slander against him. The supposed information that Plagued Moth was posting was actually sourced from a stalker who has been stalking Slime Beast for about 10 years.
You're just kind of
posting
shit for everybody to see, constantly taking
fuck?
posts and misinterpreting them in the way that you would like to, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not here to prove or disprove anything that you've written about that. I'm just simply here to mirror what you do.
In the stalker's own words, they were not here to disprove anything that Slime Beast had put forward and brought light to, and were instead only interested in assassinating Slime Beast's character in a manner similar to how he exposed true information about others. Plagued Moth's decision to hook up with an obviously obsessed stalker would of course backfire on him, since every allegation that he was being fed was easily disproven. In fact, when seeing what was going on, Slime Beast tried to warn Plagued Moth that he was about to lose his entire career based on these false allegations. This would actually be a recurring theme, wherein Slime Beast would try to warn Plagued Moth against certain actions or try to give him opportunities to answer things on a human-to-human basis, all of which would be treated as weakness by Plagued Moth, who would refuse each and every time. Upon seeing that Plagued Moth was in no way interested in coming to agreement on any sort of topics, Slime Beast would instead volunteer to act as a rodeo clown, distracting Plagued Moth while that Creepy Reading could work on his video, exposing everything that Plagued Moth had done. Plagued Moth had taken it upon himself to threaten that Creepy Reading's life on multiple occasions, and to fantasize about raping him, so at this point Slime Beast stepped in and relentlessly made fun of Plagued Moth until he could focus on nothing else. During this time, multiple other content creators also took notice of Plagued Moth and his antics. This included a YouTuber by the name of Lazy Bedhead who put out several extensive videos looking at Plagued Moth and all of his actions, as well as Cold Raven, another former collaborator of Plagued Moth's who distanced himself after realizing what type of person Dylan was. Cold Raven had previously exposed EDP 445,
Oh my
and after looking at the
goodness.
evidence of everything Plagued Moth had been doing, dubbed him Moth 445.
He keeps calling me a crackhead. He's calling me, you know, a cokehead. He's calling me a drug addict. But, I mean, at the end of the day, that's your response to me making allegations and showing proof of you being a predator? That's your response? That's your response.
Feeling the pressure of a mounting campaign to bring all of his wrongdoings to light, Plagued Moth would become incredibly desperate and would start filing false takedowns on YouTube. This included many DMCAs or copyright claims, as well as false privacy complaints, which Plagued Moth would be so fond of using that he would file over 100 of them against Slime Beast alone, despite the fact these images were sourced from his public YouTube videos and live streams.
Other than my image, I believe that was my wife helping me as well with the quote.
What is your
last-ditch
image?
effort to get my
What is your
shit
image?
blurred, but...
What is your image? Your face?
Yep.
You show your face on your public YouTube channel.
Mm.
How is that a privacy breach?
Fucking retard.
In fact, Dylan would be so driven to misuse the DMCA tool that when he appeared on a Turkey Tom livestream in order to plead his case to the public, he would end up DMCAing Turkey Tom for the livestream that he agreed to go onto simply because it didn't turn out his way. In the interest of making things clear, I'll repeat that. Plagued Moth went on Turkey Tom's livestream thinking that he was going to be exonerated, and when he wasn't exonerated, he filed a DMCA against the live stream that he agreed to appear on, claiming that it was misusing his content. It's also...
I gotta check that out. Turkey Tom Plagued Moth live stream. Oh, whoa. What the fuck?
This is Josh. He's in a sleeping paralysis state right now.
I'm scared.
The best he could do is shake a bit like that and have a little moan. Try to yell, but right now he's in that. Yeah, he's begging for us to get out. He asked me to record him last time.
God.
Alright.
Fucking cocksucker.
Josh.
Josh.
Poor Josh.
Hey. He's good. He's good.
Josh.
He's out. He's out.
That was terrifying.
You're welcome. I knew it was
Oh!
About there's a
Yeah, we'll listen
So
to
worth
that.
noting
Maybe.
that before this live stream even ended, Plagued Moth was making the false claim that people were driving by his house and harassing him. At this point, no one was even aware of where he lived. As tensions mounted and the case around Dylan became more and more convoluted, a good number of drama YouTubers decided to stay out of the disagreement, believing that both sides of the argument were just as bad as the other. This simplistic view would not be shared by one content creator who stepped forward and offered Plagued Moth an interview that would spin out of control like nothing else seen on YouTube before or since. A new and upcoming YouTuber by the name of Lyrics had just recently made a name for himself by taking the aforementioned
some
Mama
shitty
Max
albums
to
up
task for
there.
certain actions that he had committed. Riding high on a wave of popularity, Lyrics decided to take on yet another controversial YouTube figure in Plagued Moth.
Actually, I'm
However,
curious.
Lyrics
Oh,
approached the situation
hello.
in a
Someone
cagey
was in
manner,
creative mode.
ensuring that he entered the issue unbiased. First, hearing from Plagued Moth's detractors, and then interviewing the man himself. Though Plagued Moth had just been through a similar incident with Turkey Tom, he nonetheless trusted that he would be able to get Lyrics on his side and come out of this stream vindicated. Unfortunately for Dylan, Lyrics turned out to be a dogged interviewer who pinned him down on many, many subjects throughout the interview. This included all of the false copyright strikes and privacy complaints that Plagued Moth had filed. By the end of the interview, both Plagued Moth and his wife Andrea were in the call, desperately trying to explain why they had filed so much fraudulent paperwork.
So you were the one, so you filed privacy complaints under your name where you felt your privacy was breached, correct?
Yes. And then I gathered all the
So
information.
what channel breached your privacy?
TCR and Slime Beast.
How did Slime Beast and TCR breach your privacy?
They were using images of me, and no, I'm not. Like, I know
Images
I have
of you.
a couple of videos, but those were literally started for, you know, like.
You have a channel called Play Goddess where you show your face, and
Yes, I know.
yeah, so you were mad that
But-
people. Should I be expecting a privacy complaint because I'm showing this video right now?
Privacy complaint. I just don't like the people, and I just was hoping that something would, I don't know, give
What
leeway.
the fuck?
Give leeway? You just don't like the people.
Though this live meltdown was indeed a spectacle to behold, it would pale in comparison to other admissions that Plagued Moth made during this live stream.
That's like Full Metal Jacket.
Faced with multiple very capable researchers digging deep into their history of fraud, grooming, and abuse, both Plagued Moth and Andrea would explode into an outlandish litany of accusations that beggared belief. To no
I'm
one's
scared.
surprise, most of these accusations were leveled against Slime Beast, the smallest creator spreading awareness about their actions.
I need your help with something, and it involves the safety of multiple animals and an elderly woman. Okay, so I need you to listen up. I recently got off the phone with his county's police. There's a lot going on, but we all know about the Christopher Howard Wolf, Slime Beast, the creepypasta pedophile thing, but...
And I got alerted that there are threats being made on my life. There are threats being made on my life because of a snippet that I put in my video yesterday. The snippet has to do with Slime Beast because he's a really nasty person.
Things have gotten
Damn.
worse, at least on his end. So this is what's going on. So for some of you who do not know, this guy does not work. He's been living off of Social Security and disability via being his mother's caretaker, living in her trailer for his whole life.
He's almost 50 years old. He still targets children, so it's just scary.
What I heard, though, and I didn't mean just, oh, I heard it from a guy. I mean, I heard audio of him admitting to killing his dog in a fit of rage.
But now
Fuck.
he's threatening my life. He's threatening my life and everything, so I wanted
Yeah,
to put this
big
video out
smiles.
there,
Like,
just in case something
damn.
were to happen to me, my channels, or any of my social media. If anything happens to my social media, if anything happens to my YouTube channel, it is because of Slime Beast.
Not only that,
No,
there
Slime
is
Beast.
some things in his Discord and his Telegram that he thinks that we're not in that implies that there is abuse going on towards his elderly mother.
And I mean, his erratic behavior, anybody can see. It is freaking crazy. Feel free to check him out. Just be careful not to talk to him because he won't stop, and he won't stop harassing you.
I'm going to put up what I know. I'm going to put up the information I know. I need help. I don't know. I don't think the cops down there take shit seriously because it's all Southern hee-haw. They did investigate the dog thing, and he didn't even have to go to court.
He's a predator. I don't care. I don't care. I call it like I see it. You know, you don't go and target a 14-year-old that you found on the internet, go into Discord with them, go into a voice call with them, record the voice call, asking weird questions, sexual questions, and then posting it on YouTube.
But he had a bloodhound named Juan, and apparently something happened when he was going through some fit over Mr. Creepypasta outing him as a pedophile, or it was Nightmind or something. Like, because I'm not even the first one. This has happened like 2, 3, 4 times now.
The point is, if something happens to any of my social medias, or if something happens to me personally, if something happens to me physically, like if it's me or my husband or any of my 5 children, if something happens to us, it's 99% sure it'd be him. Whether he hires somebody or he does it himself, I don't trust him. He's mentally unstable. I don't know what else to say for that.
He beat it to death, apparently, according to him. So that is something. That is something. I'm just gonna put the information up of like where he's at and shit, and hopefully something good can come of it, and we can see this guy behind bars finally.
And I don't know how he's gone this far without, I don't know, being arrested or being called out, or who cares? Who cares, right? Because he's just a disgusting person. Nobody likes him.
Because he's hurting kids constantly. He's grooming them via Reddit, saying that he's a trusted adult and author.
Damn, they fucking doxed Slime Beast.
Not
How'd they even
sane.
get this?
He's not a good person. He's not sane. He's erratic everywhere. Like, he doesn't have any friends. He's erratic everywhere.
He's already dangerous enough online. He openly admits to fishing children, doxing them, and letting them know where they live so he can hurt them later, he claims.
But he's been harassing us since my husband accidentally, well, he didn't accidentally. He mentioned him in passing because somebody said, well, what about da-da-da-da-da, you know, contacting so-and-so. And he's like, ew, don't contact Slime Beast. He's a bad person.
He claims he has guns. This guy's a very violent and dangerous, perverted individual. And I really hope that this woman is safe. I really hope he has not hurt his mom yet, because there's a lot. You think Chris Chan has some wild things to read about? Yeah, just wait till this arrest is made.
Damn!
He's a really crappy author.
While multiple lies were concocted about larger creators, it became clear from the very start that Dylan and Andrea obviously believed they could at least take down the channel with the least amount of views and subscribers through a baffling series of lies meant to incite their audience to mass report him on social media, including YouTube, and make false reports to authorities. Dylan would even go so far as to offer a bounty on Slimebeast's channel by promising a reward to anyone who got his content taken down through false flagging. Plagued Moth would in fact go on to attack the loved ones of multiple people who were researching his behavior, such as That Creepy Reading's mother and Lazy Bedhead's boyfriend. All of this while Dylan and Andrea tried to claim that their detractors were the ones attacking their family. Something that, to date, has never occurred. Meanwhile, both Dylan and Andrea have a tendency to overshare regarding their children, posting things that, once again, can only be described as concerning. Above and beyond other
I gotta read that. No, it's not right. I'm trying to be like, ew!
Can only be described as concerning. Above and beyond other hypocrisies Plagued Moth has displayed, however, one thing does stand out the most. While Plagued Moth has been involved in doxing, swatting, and threatening to kill other YouTubers, he was also claiming that he was the one being doxed. When public court paperwork was found regarding a case involving Dylan, he immediately claimed that speaking about these documents was doxing him. This despite the fact these documents in no way identified any location or any information about him that was not already public, namely his name and his state. After all, Plagued Moth called himself the Demon of Detroit, signaling exactly what state he lived in. Despite the fact this court paperwork did not give any information about where he lived, Plagued Moth would go on to claim that it did, and would take it a step further by actually doxing himself on a live stream.
I mean, fuck it, they doxed me already. My court records are public. Hi, I'm in Michigan. Anybody on the fucking west side of Michigan and Kalamazoo area, by the way?
Despite the fact that Dylan had made all of this information public on his own, by his own choice, nonetheless he still claims to this day that he was doxed by the people who were making videos about him. Unsurprisingly, Plagued Moth's go-to tactic when dealing with his quote-unquote haters was to revert back to what worked for him in the past, namely accusing people of being pedophiles. Throughout Plagued Moth's career, up until the point he ran afoul of That Creepy Reading,
this is
there were multiple
exhausting.
people that Plagued Moth had a falling out with, after which he would call them a pedophile and they would disappear from the internet. While some of these cases may have been true, what Plagued Moth learned was that calling someone a pedophile was a fast track to getting rid of them. And so, following this path, Plagued Moth would call Cold Raven a pedophile, citing that he would have discussions with girls on Instagram without first asking their age. In his interview with Lyrics, Plagued Moth would go on to admit this was a lie.
You were outright implying that he talks to minors. Implying that he talks to minors because he doesn't age check them on Instagram or Discord. Like, do you want to pull up the video?
If you take that as an implication of that, that's, I guess, what it is then. But as I've already stated, and I'm pretty sure I even stated in that video that I don't think he's a pedophile.
What the fuck?
Okay, man. I mean, you're walking right up to the door by saying, who knows if he really checks the ages of these girls he talks to on Discord and Instagram. Like, come on, man.
Plagued Moth would also call That Creepy Reading a pedophile, citing a Tumblr blog post by That Creepy Reading, which Dylan said was inappropriate and sent out to children. The fact, however, was that at the time of the writing of this post, That Creepy Reading himself was underage, not an adult posting something for children to see. Dylan would also cite a live stream in which That Creepy Reading said he didn't understand why there would be a problem with other people enjoying lolicon images. However, by the end of this live stream, That Creepy Reading understood why and agreed with people who told him it was a problem. During his interview with Lyrics, Plagued Moth would go on to admit that this was a lie.
He said, wait, Creepy Reading is saying that you said that you groomed kids in Discord? You said that about Creepy Reading? That he grooms kids in Discord?
I don't believe I said that.
Okay.
Ah, damn, I forgot to get the wood.
The way that I take it is that he was in a debate setting, and it is a horrible sounding clip. I don't deny that. It's a fucking horrible clip. Optics are through the fucking roof. But is that proof alone that he's a pedophile, man?
Nobody's here.
Sure, I guess not.
Okay.
Shit.
Plagued Moth would also call Lazy Bedhead's boyfriend a pedophile, based on absolutely nothing, possibly because he did not feel comfortable accusing Lazy Bedhead herself of being a pedophile, because he didn't believe that women could be child groomers. During his interview with Lyrics, Plagued Moth would go on to admit that this was a lie.
So Lazy Bedhead's boyfriend, you said this person was a pedophile as well?
I've insinuated it to piss her off, yeah, because she's directly called me a pedophile and shit like that. Bad optics, but she's a cunt.
Yet again, Plagued Moth would call
This is
Slimebeast
so
a pedophile
embarrassing.
based on two images that Slimebeast had clicked like on back in 2005. One of these images was a photograph taken by a 13-year-old girl. The subject in the photo is not a 13-year-old girl, and the photographer had not posted her age until years afterward. The second image would be a drawing by a 21-year-old artist who drew countless self-portraits of herself. And even though this drawing was one of 5 images liked from the same artist, Plagued Moth decided that this one out of the 5 looked a little too young. This being the entirety of why he accused Slimebeast of being a pedophile, Plagued Moth would then, in his interview with Lyrics, go on to admit that this was a lie.
I think I have a much higher bar for calling someone a fucking pedophile and child rapist.
I mean, yeah, the child rapist thing was me being a dick, but fucking pedophile, yeah.
You were being a dick when you called someone else a child rapist? Is that something you just do?
Sure, then.
So you retract that he's a pedophile?
Not pedophilia.
So you retract all statements saying that Slimebeast is a pedophile?
After being pushed into a corner by Lyrics and being forced to admit not only to a ton of false DMCAs and privacy strikes, but also false accusations of pedophilia, Plagued Moth would then end the stream by also accusing Lyrics of being a pedophile. Once again, because the stream did not go the way he wanted.
The problem I'm having is it just seems like a pattern with you. Is that people call you out, and your instant response is just to accuse them of being a pedophile, just to discredit what they're saying against you. It's just a defense to call them a pedophile to try to discredit their claims against you.
That seems to be what they're trying to say, but
it's what I'm saying directly to you in this conversation by going over all of the accusations you've made of calling people pedophiles with limited to basically no proof.
Hey, Lyrics.
What's up?
Why is a YouTuber named Mr. Sen sending me stuff of you having 1,000 lolly pictures? And I'm not trying to say anything, but what the fuck is...
Yo, this fat ass can't be for real. I need to get in contact with him.
that? Is that why you were
I
so
need to tell
keen
him-
on the lolicon
never mind.
pedophilia discussion by chance?
So now you're gonna call me a pedophile? That's really your new approach? Man, you're
I'm
making yourself look really good right now, man. Well, good talking to you.
I'm very interested in that.
Are you now? So that's your new approach. So, I mean, just backing up my claim I just made about you, that every time someone calls you out and anyone has the slightest critique of you, you just label them a pedophile.
No,
Thank you for
dude,
proving my
I'm
point live on
wondering
air.
how.
Of course,
Fucking
despite the fact
retard.
Plague Moth admitted that his allegations of pedophilia were incorrect, he would nonetheless continue to make those allegations even after admitting that they weren't true. Dylan and Andrea's propensity to call anyone they disagreed with a pedophile also served a second, incredibly
Whoa.
insidious purpose. By framing every person they didn't like as a pedo, they opened up the door to make death threats, citing the fact that pedophiles should not be allowed to live. So by creating this false narrative, they also gave themselves free rein to make violent threats against others.
You idiot.
When you have to type on your own accord on your own Wikipedia world-renowned author, you know, Breaking Bad pretty much gave instructions for Ryson. So, not TCR at MomoCon trying to tell all the people that I'm trying to kill him again because I tweeted out that I'm coming to get him with an Undertaker gif. If I wanted to get him, I'd get him. I'm actually not far from him. It's a drive, but it would be a funny one. I would love to give the boy a stern talking to. And especially since he likes, you know, to beat off the kids, I'm pretty sure that nobody would disagree. He better hope that he don't see me, actually.
That stuff is
For the things
disgusting.
he's said about my children, the things he's done, and the things, the people he's victimized, for his sake, he should stay away.
Pedophilia is bad. That creepy reading.
He's going down. We need to put your ass in the same. Look, we need to bring back pikes. We need to bring back impaling bitches on spears. Okay, like we need to cannibal holocaust people. Okay, we do. I don't care if you like that. I don't care what your opinions in capital punishment are. I think that we really need to just grab people that do things like this or other deplorable things, and then just and let gravity do its job, because I really, really think it would send a message. How many fuckers fucked with Vlad Tepes? Okay. Not many. And when they did, they turned around. I mean, eventually it didn't end so great for Homie, but you know what? It was a method
I'm not
that
going
worked.
back
And
up there.
sometimes
Yes, I am.
methods just work. So I'm saying everything that we all want to say about this without saying it, am I not?
It may be worth noting that despite all of this rhetoric, when Plagued Moth was challenged to a boxing match by Cold Raven, he refused to accept.
I think I remember that.
Throughout his career on YouTube, Plagued Moth had done his best to form his audience, made up of gore fans, children, and pedophiles, into an actual cult. Though it may seem outlandish, Plagued Moth himself referred to his fan base as the Hive Mind Cult on his own social media, further lending to the idea that this was not merely a joke. Plagued Moth had discussed referred to his fan base as the Hive Mind Cult on his own social media, further lending to the idea that this was not merely a joke. Plagued Moth had discussed on multiple occasions the idea of moving to a commune with some of his fans and living off of the earth.
Yeah, we're gonna start the moth commune.
Ew.
It'll be the whisper of moths. Or the eclipse. I don't know. There'll be a statue of me. And yeah, as above, so below. We're gonna do the cool guy way. Because I got long hair and rings. Ooh. Well, I'm
There's
really
not
I,
a single
like,
person
I like the
laughing.
idea. It's like it's really cool. Oh, you know, everybody's eco-friendly. They're living sustainably and learning, and it's cool. But it's a lot. There's a lot there.
With a carefully cultivated group of very dedicated fans, Plagued Moth would come to believe that he could say anything, and those below him would believe it. This is why Plagued Moth would make blatantly false claims, such as saying that an old Reddit account wasn't his,
based off of an alleged Reddit post from an account that he can't even prove is me. So,
despite the fact this was posted on that account.
Deviant tree, what the hell? Damn, I thought he was skinny. Or, I mean, I thought he was fat.
While making these random false accusations, Plague Moth would often say that he had evidence to back up what he was saying, but that he would show it later, after which he would show nothing because the evidence did not exist. This was enough to convince a lot of his fans, who would simply forget that he promised them proof after a certain amount of time had passed. However, in the face of repeated debunkings and being proven wrong on many occasions, Plague Moth would eventually realize that even he needed some actual evidence of his claims. Naturally, this would present a problem for Plague Moth, due to the fact that things he was actively making up on the fly did not have any supporting evidence due to being made up. Dylan would experiment with falsifying evidence by using a Discord message maker to falsify fake screenshots of made-up messages supposedly
There's
written by
no
people he
way.
disliked. This included messages Dylan wrote sexualizing his own child. At this point, anyone would be hard-pressed to keep an active count of how many times Dylan Matthew Morgan has sexualized his own kids. Luckily, these fake images were debunked almost instantly. The layout does not match a real Discord message. The Discord crown was actually a Hallmark logo. And the exact website he used to make these fake images was discovered because he didn't change the default timestamp that the Discord message maker uses. Even though this attempt at falsifying information was thoroughly disproven and Plague Moth was yet again outed for lying, he would still press forward, trying to create evidence through impersonation. Going back to his beloved method of trying to false strike channels on YouTube, Plague Moth would impersonate Slimebeast and file false DMCAs in his name against That Creepy Reading and against Slimebeast himself. To reiterate, Plague Moth impersonated Slimebeast to file DMCAs against Slimebeast for Slimebeast's content. Plagued Moth was proven to be behind these false DMCAs because the DMCAs were filed against use of Slimebeast's stories, as in written fiction, and when Plagued Moth would next file a DMCA in his own name, he would forget to change his copy-pasted complaint and would file a DMCA under his own name, accidentally saying that the YouTuber used his story instead of his video footage. It would appear that no one was better at outing Plagued Moth for his crimes than Plagued Moth himself. In fact, Dylan would speedrun getting caught impersonating somebody when he contacted a funeral home near Slimebeast's home in real life, impersonated Slimebeast, and told them to call him back about burying his mother, who was not dead, something that many would see as an outright death threat. What Plagued Moth didn't realize is that when he filled out the online contact form in Slimebeast's name, that form recorded his IP address. So when Slimebeast was contacted by this funeral home, they gladly and very quickly supplied him with all the information they had on the impersonator. As it turned out, the IP address attached to the form traced directly back to a motel in Michigan that Plagued Moth was living in with his family at the time. Undaunted by his repeated public humiliations, Plagued Moth would go on to impersonate his detractors on an even larger scale. Around this time, several impersonation accounts popped up on Twitter, posing as various people who were making videos against Plagued Moth. These people included Lazy Bedhead, That Creepy Reading, Slimebeast, That Creepy Reading's mother, and Slimebeast's mother. These fake accounts were used primarily to smear the names of the people they were impersonating and to harass the actual individuals that they were made to mimic. This included sending Lazy Bedhead videos of herself coupled with footage of real-life executions, which again would seem to be a blatant death threat. These impersonation accounts would also be used for doxing, leaking private information with regard to family members, something that Plagued Moth was doing on his own account at the time, including direct calls for his cult-like audience to swat people he didn't like. While it would seem as if these false accounts could have been created by anyone, and there was no real evidence linking them to Plagued Moth, fortunately, Dylan himself would provide that smoking gun. One of these impersonation accounts posted that it was about to call Child Protective Services against Plagued Moth. Following this, Plagued Moth made a video on his main channel, claiming that Child Protective Services had indeed been called on him, and that they had visited his house.
The police are investigating Slime Beast now, Chris Wolf, in Michigan, as well as his home state of North Carolina, because of a false police and Child Protective Services report that he filed on me. But it's really messed up that someone is so upset that they were outed and proven to have victimized a child and saved Lolicon as well as other exploitation material, including possibly spreading Daisy's destruction around on Twitter. Like, your response is to try to have the person who exposed you have their life ruined and ruin the children's lives, loudly ruin the children's lives. And it's still this weird thing where he's just all over Twitter on a bunch of burners, keeps getting deleted and everything. It is insane talking about, like, he just has these weird sexual fantasies with my kids he just can't stop talking about. It's fucking gross, dude. Like, I don't know other way to describe it. It grosses me out. That's a predator. That's nasty as shit.
The only problem is that during this video, Plagued Moth showed this impersonation account on screen, and when he showed it, it revealed that the account had a highlights tab and no followed by section, two factors that prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Plagued Moth was logged into this impersonation account while recording the footage. Again, the only way for this account to display a highlights tab and to have no followed by section is if the person recording the footage is actively logged into that account. Keep in mind that this impersonation account, provably owned by Plagued Moth, was the one saying it was going to call Child Protective Services on Plagued Moth. This means that Plagued Moth either called Child Protective Services on himself, or he made the entire scenario up and they were never called. This not only proved that once again Plagued Moth was impersonating Slime Beast, but it was also incredibly damning evidence that Plagued Moth was running all of the other impersonation accounts on Twitter as well. One issue that would become a recurring topic with regard to Plagued Moth was his hatred of AI and his false accusations against other creators of using AI themselves. In addition to the fact that Plagued Moth was hypocritical on this issue, as he was caught using AI when he forgot to remove ChatGPT's opening response from one of his descriptions, he would also show a double standard by using AI to mimic other people's voices in order to try to falsify admissions of crimes.
Creepy pasta pedophile Christopher H. Wolf, who via plagiarism of mostly Goosebumps and the bullying of children managed to gain virtually no income from it, and be known only as the pedophile elder abuser and the general waste of space I am.
Dylan would be so two-faced on this issue that when Cold Raven released a call that Plagued Moth had placed to him on Discord,
I want you to know that I really enjoyed watching you squirm on that stream and scramble with your bullshit, and even backpedaling, using the same word-for-word shit that proved you were a liar, as if you weren't. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you sleep well, because honestly, you really fucked up. And the fact that you actually are working with pedophiles because you have the jealous capacity of a teenage jealous girlfriend, that's pretty fucking sad. But anyway, enjoy your e-girls, buddy. Enjoy being Cuck Raven or Mama Raven, whatever you've become, and I'll enjoy my entire personality being on your channel, because I guarantee you're gonna respond, won't you?
Moth would go on to falsely claim that this call was made with AI, even though he was the only one using it to falsify people's voices. Perhaps most insane of all, Plagued Moth would even go on to accuse Slime Beast of having an AI-generated beard.
I don't know, but I'm waiting for a face reveal from you that doesn't have AI over it. You in that video with your fucking beard that's AI. But anyway, here, what does this mean? Why did you post this?
An AI-generated beard.
Damn.
By far, Plagued Moth's most favorite instance of impersonating Slime Beast was when he held a live stream wherein Slimebeast called in and began questioning him about his behavior. During this stream, an impersonation account would show up in the chat using the name and avatar of Slimebeast. This impersonation account would then go on to quote-unquote admit to clicking like on a front page featured photograph of a fully clothed woman incorrectly posting her age as 13. Signs that this was not Slimebeast's actual account were readily apparent when this post was made directly after Slimebeast had actually posted a real statement. With several hundred viewers spamming the chat, it was a statistical improbability for 2 lines from the same person to come up back to back. Further, when users checked to see if this was Slimebeast's authentic account, they found that the impersonator could not be blocked, whereas Slimebeast's real account could be blocked. The reason for this being that you cannot block a deleted account, and the impersonation account was deleted right after posting the fake message. In other words, the fact that none of Plagued Moth's viewers could block the second account proved that this was a separate person using Slimebeast's name. Unfortunately, YouTube chat displays your account name, not your unique handle, meaning that anyone can at any time impersonate any other user. Perhaps most damning of all, Plagued Moth was seen on the stream posting something on his phone right before the impersonation account posted. Given the fact Plagued Moth has been thoroughly proven to be running impersonation accounts of pretty much everyone he dislikes, it is not out of line to assume that he also was impersonating Slimebeast on this occasion as well. This is further backed up by the fact that Plagued Moth still uses this fake chat message to this day as if it is real, despite the fact it was debunked during the actual live stream. He appears to be unable to let go of any of the fake evidence he has concocted to this point. Eventually, Plagued Moth's outlandish antics became such an insane spectacle that the big boys of YouTube started taking notice. Videos exposing both his misdeeds and his actual crimes began to hit YouTube from high-traffic creators such as Lanza, Oompaville, and Hannah the Horrible. Even Turkey Tom would go on to make a main channel video about Dylan, despite the risk of a second false privacy complaint. In his effort to destroy others, Plagued Moth had actually brought together an incredibly diverse group of content creators, ranging from those called alphabet zoomers to those accused of being part of an alt-right pipeline. It seemed that Dylan's greatest hidden talent was uniting incredibly divided people against him. Seeing the writing on the wall, and knowing that he had failed to stay under the radar while persecuting other creators, Plagued Moth would have a series of live streams on which he would get drunk, crash out, and break down entirely.
My daughter's about to be home with my eldest. I'm about to greet her at the door, and I'm about to head off for the night after work. I gotta let you go. But I really appreciate you showing up. Wednesday. Let's schedule about 30 minutes just to chit chat like, you know, us doing right now, and then we'll get into character. I'm gonna be doing Sylvester Stallone plays Elden Ring, and it's like, if you don't know about Sylvester Stallone or my impression so far, it's goofy enough to work.
Haha.
But I can't.
We are adventurers.
He would also go on to post troubling videos of himself standing in the woods and mumbling incoherently.
Bouncing with crazy style, like crazy frog.
What the
bing bong,
fuck?
bing bing bong. Count Warlock.
This would make it appear that Plagued Moth was indeed at his lowest point, about to have everything taken away from him due to the light being shown on his actions. Plagued Moth would go on to say that he was fired, and while the actual reason for his termination is unknown, he would go on to once again try to incite his fan base against Slimebeast by claiming that Slimebeast called his workplace hundreds of times every day until Plagued Moth was fired.
because I ended up losing my in-person job that I've had for a long time because Slime Beast called my job so many times and threatened them. There was even a swatting attempt. That ended up being like the final straw. They can't have me work there when that was still going on constantly.
This claim, of course, came with zero evidence, despite the fact that if a business was getting hundreds of calls a day, Plagued Moth could have easily recorded it on his phone or provided any other shred of proof. Interestingly enough, Plagued Moth would then claim that he kept his workplace a secret because he didn't want anyone harassing his employer.
I'm hoping to go to Subscribestar. I'm waiting on an approval though, and I really don't know how long this is going to take, so this is really shitty at the moment. And also before the get a job cope comes in, telling YouTubers who make far more money than you, typically that is kind of stupid. That is a cope. This is a job, I pay taxes, get over it. And starting to rebuild and everything has been very difficult, and there is one thing I have not been honest with you guys about, and it's the fact that this whole time I've had an in-person job. Now the reason I said, oh, YouTube's my only thing, is because I was afraid of losing my in-person job due to this harassment. Well, unfortunately, that did happen.
Begging the question of how anyone knew he had an in-person job at all if he directly kept it a secret. Dylan and Andrea would also soon end up homeless, living out of a motel with their 5 children. Though Plagued Moth would blame that creepy reading for getting his Patreon banned, thus taking away his source of income, the fact of the matter is that Plagued Moth simply did not want to pay rent, which was a recurring problem he had exhibited in the past. After he was taken to court by the company that owned the rental property, Plagued Moth would even state that he did have the money to pay his rent, he just didn't feel like it.
Fucking retard.
I'm gonna be honest, I have very low confidence that we're gonna be able to save our home. I do. So I've been hoarding the money instead of I'm not just gonna pay it into that. Okay, we can hope and try to bust our ass to save this place, but then we really are sitting and talking about it, and it's like, is this going to be able to, we were going to be able to maintain this too? It's like, yeah, on paper, but it's like, I don't want to have every last penny going just to rent. And
all of this while continuing to beg his audience for donations to help with his dire situation. Out of lies, out of excuses, out of a job, and out of a home, Plagued Moth would then be out of a YouTube channel. As previously mentioned, following the upload of a video which contained barely blurred photos of dead, naked children, YouTube finally took a stand against Plagued Moth and terminated his channel, something that many saw as a long time coming, given the nature of his content, his refusal to properly censor graphic images that were barred by TOS, his refusal to age-gate core content, his constant filing of fraudulent reports, and much more, including death threats against other YouTube creators. Losing his channel would appear to be the final straw in a certain sense, because Plagued Moth would then lose his wife, who cheated on him soon after. Now granted, this should be taken with a grain of salt. After all, due to the history of Dylan and Andrea lying to others and trying to run different scams, there are those who believe they may have split up only in order to reap additional government benefits. Of course, this theory is entirely ungenerous toward the couple, but there are few at this point who feel the need to give them the benefit of the doubt. Though some could be forgiven for having the opinion that Dylan's children are probably better off with the mother than with him, unfortunately for those people, Plagued Moth has stated that he kept his 3 biological children and let his wife keep the ones that weren't his, keeping in mind that he was the only father those stepchildren have known for about 13 years. Nonetheless, he expressed no interest in keeping custody of his stepchildren. Before this breakup, however, Plagued Moth could still count on Andrea for one thing: enabling his insane detachment from reality.
I have a serious question for all of those who have been approached by That Creepy Reading, Lazy Bedhead, Slime Beast, or anyone else on their behalf about the Plagued Moth situation. Has Plagued Moth come to you about this? Did Plagued Moth try to convince you to believe a certain way? So who is trying to incite harassment?
When it came time to face the music and admit to everything that he had done, followed by asking his audience and the public at large for forgiveness, including those he had wronged, Plagued Moth made a particularly interesting decision instead. He would go on to claim that a child sex trafficking, blood-drinking, baby-killing cult was in control of YouTube, and that everyone against him happened to be in this cult together. This evil, pedophilic, child-killing cult, according to Plagued Moth, included content creators such as Wendigoon, Oompaville, Turkey Tom, Lyrics, Lanza, Lazy Bedhead, That Creepy Reading, Slime Beast, Scare Theater, Mama Max, Disturbed Reality, Mudahar, and any other YouTuber whose name Plagued Moth could remember. Even after everything we have covered together, you, listening to this right now, may still have a tough time believing that Plagued Moth actually said a blood-drinking, baby-killing, child sex trafficking cult had targeted him because he was the best YouTuber ever.
I never
fuck?
would have thought, though, that... Well, actually, I would have thought. I mean...
May still have a tough time believing that Plagued Moth actually said a blood-drinking, baby-killing...
Well, actually, I would have thought. That makes sense. It's like the fucking government. The government's evil, satanic pedophile rings. You fight against them, and they'll try to get you. You talk about, you poke enough people in the YouTube Boys Club, you know, they start to get riled up with their buddies, and problems get caused. Most people buckle and shut up. The thing with him is that I antagonized him, and he linked up with more people. He was already friends with that creepy reading. He actually scripted quite a few of his videos. So,
man,
it's so fucking creepy how a lot of this was already interconnected. And it's like, I didn't see how many legs were on the centipede, so to speak.
What the fuck is he talking about?
And the more you dig, the more fucked up it gets, because these people are connected. So, like, of course, Turkey Tom didn't give a shit about all the lolicon because he's friends with Lyrics. Lyrics is a lolicon. And then that creepy reading goes way back with all these content creators being buddy-buddy.
Not only has he claimed all of that to be true, he has even attempted to connect this group to the Epstein files. All of this to avoid simply admitting to any shred of wrongdoing on his part whatsoever. With Plagued Moth living on the street, alone, jobless, and without a YouTube channel, one would think that he would simply find something else to do. However, immediately after being shut down, Plagued Moth would create a ban evasion channel called No Happy Endings, a reference to the fact that children in his gore videos do not get to live out a happy ending, where he would simply re-upload all of his terms of service violating content as if nothing had changed whatsoever. He would also go back to posting false information that had been debunked years prior, and would continue to threaten the lives of other YouTubers. All of this while continuing to sell gore, this time through Buy Me a Coffee. In order to try to build back his audience, he would also quote-unquote thirst trap them on Instagram, telling his audience, which he describes as being full of sexual assault survivors, that they should let him quote, fuck the pain away.
Hello, everyone. So, as you may have been looking around and waiting, depending on how you follow me on my social medias, you will see that the Plagued Moth YouTube channel has been deleted. It has been terminated, possibly, but what has actually happened? Just know that I refuse to give up, especially in times like these where many of my audience are marginalized individuals who have been fighting for their whole lives.
I'm not wasting my fucking bullshit on this.
Hurt her feelings. Man, they really want to make all my titles real, don't they? And now I truly am the most controversial content creator, because I'm too controversial for YouTube. Please turn your notifications on for this channel as well, because this will not be abandoned. This is still going to be used for various other projects where you'll hear my lovely voice and probably even see my lovely face. And just know I'm not giving up. And no, they won't get rid of me. And I won't be silenced. And just remember, those birds of a feather do flock together. And I have eyes on all of them.
One might expect that somebody so blatantly ban evading on YouTube and throwing it in the face of YouTube staff would almost immediately be discovered and once again removed from the platform. However, unfortunately, YouTube could not give less of a shit about things like this, which is probably the least surprising fact in this entire video. Currently, Plagued Moth is struggling to try to reclaim his audience, while once again trying out different content, including what is alleged to be music. All in all, when it comes to the case of Dylan Matthew Morgan, also known as Plagued Moth, while everything has fallen down around him, and he has been thoroughly exposed for multiple cases of depraved wrongdoing and federal crimes, he actually has changed very little. If there's one positive takeaway from this whole ordeal, it's this. Slime Beast is one hell of a fucking rodeo clown.
Yay. Ew.
Hey guys, Casual Slime Beast here. Not talking all stilted and weird because he's editing a million fucking voice lines together. So this is just going to be an off-the-cuff thing. First of all, I apologize for the intro to the Q&A section. I apologize that you have to see that, and also I apologize for the fact that as this like mini documentary, if you want to call it that, as this mini documentary went on, it got a little more silly. It's not that I take anything less seriously that Plague Moth has done or been involved in. It's all very serious shit. But as the process went on of making this, I got so disgusted and I got so put off by a lot of this shit that I had to turn it around. I had to rib him a little bit, make a little bit of fun of him, you know, different things like that to try to get back on track of, you know, actually enjoying making the mini documentary as opposed to it just being a slog that I hated doing. Because, you know, you get into some of those topics toward the middle involving children and you get pretty fucking upset. And so I just figured, you know, the third part I would have a little bit more fun with his downfall. And of course, you know, you saw the intro to this fucking Q&A section. But yeah, anyway, so when the first 3 parts of this were released separately, I put out a call for questions on my community page, whatever the fuck it is. And so, you know, we're going to read a few of them. There's not many questions, which is thankful because I didn't want to take too much time doing this. But we got some questions, so here we go. Quangy Cool on YouTube asks, do you have any moth videos backed up? Yeah.
Hold on. Let's give a call. Damn, that was quick. Hey, bastard, say hi to the stream.
Dude,
Damn.
Robo was telling me fucked shit. And we were saying retard in the call, and no one cared.
Oh, good. Who?
Yeah,
Wait,
Robo's
you
Robo,
and Robo?
yeah,
Is that the Nibba we were? No, who was it?
arguing with. Robo's the guy we did argue with at first.
No, I know. I remember Robo. Who was the person? Was it that one fuck? Was it the Plants vs Zombie dude that I said like sped to like on call? Or
I think so. Yeah,
alright.
that guy's chill too, or they are chill too. They're a little fucking like fine, but no one's really OD except for like the people that don't talk that much.
Damn.
Olivia's OD, like, dude, Robo was telling me some fucked lore, like this literally the server owner 17 and 14, dude.
Oh, dude, that's a fucking. Well, yeah, that's a senior and a freshman.
Yeah. Bro, that's fucked though. Robo was like genuinely. He was giving me all the lore. Like, holy shit.
Damn. Is Robo our friend? Should I add him?
You need to talk to him first.
You can like.
I asked him. He said he thought you were chill.
Woohoo!
But dude, no, because he's been in like the album of the year server since he's been 14.
How old is he now? Robo?
He's 15.
Damn. Why is the community so young?
Because all the fucking old people don't want to be like
I guess.
No, I think actually all the old people just got fucking banned.
Oh. So what? Do you get banned after a certain age?
No, because Rice is like fucking 19 or something. No, I think Rice is 17 still.
We were friends with 2009 Honda Civic.
I was not.
I was.
Now they go by Jenny or something. And they left the server. They're not in there because after the Suma shit, the Argentinian Suma shit, they left.
Was that not like that was like a few days ago, was it not? Because I know they were
No, it was
talking.
not.
Oh, then that must have been a new conversation because I swear I remember one time, like a couple days ago, they were talking about Argentinians being Nazis.
Yeah.
So I guess it's recurring, dude. That's so like what if you said like fucking like black people were Nazis? You know, like you'd get raped.
They just did. If we said Argentinians were Nazis, we could ban immediately just because they know Suma.
This is so like cock.
It's always been a mess, but like, damn, dude, damn. And like the old servers that talking about, like the fucking old servers, like the reviewers lounge and shit. And the other server, it was like WYWS or something. Apparently, what's it called? Oh yeah, they were they were like, it was only open to like a few people, and they just talked shit about everybody. And then the leaks came out, and people started getting fucking pissed because they were just talking shit.
You
What?
fucking dumbasses.
Yeah.
Damn.
Did you recognize the torrent shit?
No. 2, 4, 6.
Also, where was that like screenshot that I sent
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
in
What
Radiohead Club
screenshot?
with the fucking one where they called me a pedophile,
5.
and then Amok was a
Oh,
nerd.
that was
Yeah.
somewhere in there. Oh, did you like my
Oh
thing
yeah.
to Josh?
What?
Did you
Yeah,
like
that
my
was for you. You owned it.
what are you just saying that to like
I did read it.
BOD?
I did read it.
No, I mean like what how was it? Because
Wasn't
I don't
bad.
know how good it was. Thanks. I tried
I
my
didn't read
best.
Josh's response, but
Yeah, I just answered all of his fucking. No, they just didn't understand what the fuck I said. I remember now that I did talk to you about that, but no, that still pisses me off. Like they just completely interpreted what I was saying.
and they're fucking idiots. Also, yeah, what I was saying. When Camille said, well, to be fair, Camille was just fucking joking, but
You can't fucking say that.
yeah, that's weird. It's weird. But Olivia said, where is the fucking, like, because you got mentioned in it too, which is weird.
In what?
I'm showing you it. I'm going to show you it. I'm going to show you right now.
Can it go on the stream?
I mean, it's
Again?
fine.
Oh, okay. Fuck a cock.
Here's that.
Let's catch it.
Mhm. I'm finding it. Here we go. This is Catch It, aka Nucleus. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
That can't be fucking cock-sucking Stampy.
This is fucking Catch It, aka Nucleus. Who is associated with the Album of the Year Discord server?
What the fuck?
Yep. Yep. And Olivia fucking said that shit.
I guess, bro.
And no,
It,
they were in the Album of the Year Discord server.
these people genuinely need to be put down.
Yeah, Catch It was in there. Yeah, Robo said he was the one who invited Catch It, which is crazy.
Ah, Robo,
But he
you
didn't
fucking
know any of that
bastard.
stuff.
Oh.
Because Robo said like him and his friend were in like a server, and they were trolling Catch It because Catch It was in that server. But then they said Catch It was like chill, so they invited him to the old Album of the Year Discord server.
Mhm.
And then after a
Damn.
while, shit came out.
How much was it? 8. Oh, I thought I was saying the megabytes, but 851 files. Like I swear, every time someone gets caught with CP, it's never like fucking 1 or 2. It's always just the entire fucking internet's worth.
Yep. Well, actually, I don't know if that, because apparently they were like trying to like extort people for pictures too, and they did.
Ugh.
It worked.
So basically, he was a supplier.
he took the supplies for himself, buddy.
Dude, he's a well. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. He was a contributor, or what's the fucking word? He was a manufacturer. Manufacturer.
No, he was a fucking like nuisance weirdo freak.
Some people just need to like end their lives, dude. I'm so hungry right now.
Olivia needs to end her life.
Fuck Olivia. Why is fucking cocksucking motherfuckers? There we go. I don't know why those blocks are gone. So, anything
Like
else?
I was in call for 6 hours. There was so much that fucking happened.
You're a
Jesus Christ.
bastard. You know what I did
No, I'm
during that
sorry for
time?
getting behind. Streamed.
Well, no, I'd like start. I've only been streaming for 90 minutes.
It's okay.
I don't even remember. I think I've just been doing Stampy the whole time.
Because I've been just like investing in the call. I haven't been even like listening to music or playing games. I've just been talking with people for the last 6 fucking hours.
I thought about joining on Philip or with Philip.
What do you mean?
Couple
The
times.
Philippines?
Yeah. But then I
Well,
got
like that's just
mad.
trolling. It would make people mad at you.
Yeah, but I don't like talking with my voice.
It's literally fine. And the hell people usually just, or not hell people. There was like 2 people that were just joining.
There was like 6 people. Don't you fucking bullshit me, boy.
No, 2 people that were muted.
Oh.
But no, there was at one point in the call. At one point in the call, there was like 8 people at once.
Damn. I think I remember that.
No, that was before you were awake. I think.
Oh, fuck you, bitch.
No, but Jesus, so much fucking happened. I made like hella new friends today.
Well, are they my friends or just your friends?
Like, my friends are your friends.
Well,
Well, not the
yeah.
fuzzy ones.
Well, because if they think wait, whose alt do they think is whose? Do they think I'm your alt?
Yes.
Those cocksuckers. If I had my old account.
What old account?
My fucking one in 2020.
Oh yeah.
That's so fucking weird. Like, you know how easy it is to like disprove that we're alts? Let's say hello. I haven't talked to them in a while. When was that?
I think everybody's like asleep.
My last message was at 7:17 telling you to get your dumb ass on. Oh, we got a new
Oh yeah, we
pen.
all and it's funny. Me and Robo both fucking hate that Sandman.
What's Sandman?
The fucking 14-year-old.
Who the fuck is final? See, there's so many like fucking people in the server that I keep forgetting who is who.
That's Nathan. They're like the top donor and album of the year. They're chill.
Yeah, but like I can't even remember the fucking PVZ person, the person in my server.
Okay, I can remember all of that. That's Kyrix, or their name is SimCity is and Weekend Song.
Oh wait, I gotta. Why they keep talking about soccer
Where?
in the sports thing? Who's my buddy? Lonely hip hop fan. They ignored me, those cocksuckers. Dude, I've been working on this fucking thing for 90 minutes, and I'm not even like, I'm only 5 minutes into the video. Hey, bitch. Do you want to watch that YouTube iceberg? Hello?
You can rest on me. Rest.
Sure.
Alright. Let me wait until Stampy's done with this whole thing. When he goes to the creeper coaster, because now where we are in the YouTube iceberg, I gotta actually like write things down instead of just watch it, so. But it seems he's coming out. If you want to watch the stream to check my progress.
Damn, Robo's friends with fucking everybody.
Fuck Robo. Sorry, that was rude. I don't even know why
No,
I just
Robo's
said that.
chill. But like the biggest ops are BOD, and Robo said BOD had a.
Who's BOD?
They're the ones who always fucking say, "Why isn't Trench banned? Why isn't SLT banned?" But apparently they had fucking like, like there was drama with them that happened in the old server, and I didn't want to push further. But maybe we can get some
Why?
info with the Robo.
Shit, let's get back on call, Robo. Well, no, we got the
Robo's
video.
asleep.
Oh, that bastard. What time zone?
An hour behind us. Or no, an hour behind me, 2 hours behind. No, an hour behind me, an hour ahead of you.
BST. Okay.
No, they live in
Damn
the
it.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
They're chill, it's okay.
Alright, he's going to the thing.
Robo's kind of like funny too, because he's fucking out of pocket.
So I can say like retard and shit with him?
Yeah.
Okay, we need to like write a list down on who's cool with the retard word. I don't even get
Like,
why that's
Pyrex
like
is,
a.
Pyrex is cool with the retard word.
I don't know who that is.
Fucking PVZ person. I thought they weren't, but they. I was fucking ripping it, and
Like
they were fine.
I genuinely don't get what the problem. Like, okay, the N word, the F like slur. Okay, yeah, those are fucking like, but like
I
retard.
don't think when I think retard, I don't think of fucking like Down syndrome person. I think of just a fucking dumbass, like SLT or something.
Okay, well, the word retard used to be a medical term. And like, while that's not exactly politically correct, like 99% of the people who use the word retard are never talking about someone like with like mentally disabled or anything. You're usually just calling your friend a dumbass.
Yep, exactly.
Let me
Same with
go.
calling someone fucking gay.
Yeah.
It just means pussy.
Well, now calling someone gay, I just don't do that because it's fucking childish. Like that's like what I would
You're
do
fucking
back
gay. No, that's
back
funny
in.
though. If you're fucking gay. Fuck
Like,
you.
well, no, I would like spam calling people gay in like middle school, and now I look back and I was just corny, so I don't really do that anymore.
You would say the fag word.
Yep, but I've changed. Dude, I'm so hungry.
Come and watch the rain as
As
it's
it's
falling.
falling down. Alright, cocksuckers. Well, I'm gonna skedaddle. I got videos to watch, things to do, so you'll probably see me back when I start Minecraft Slaves. Do you want to do the outro?
Thanks for watching SLT, guys. We'll see you in the next one. And until then, be kind and stay alive.
I thought you were gonna say be kind and show love.
Now, I need to make it Ron.
Good.